give you his website name because there's just a ton of information that parents can get from there. It's swingle&associates.com, and Swingle is spelled SWINGLE. So swingleandassociates.com. And on his website, he actually has a place where you can find a practitioner in your area. So if you go to www.bcia.org, bcia.org, there's actually a list of practitioners that you can find in your area.
Fantastic resources. Now, you had this done for 40 sessions. Is it something that insurance covers? I know a lot of integrative and complementary therapies are not covered by insurance. How does that work in this case?
Well, for us in Canada, it's covered by extended medical. So if you have an extended insurance plan of some kind, most likely it will be covered. Our sessions were $100 to $300 each session. In Vancouver, we actually paid $175 for the initial assessment, and then we paid $100 for each treatment after that, because the technician would come in between, and then about every fourth visit, Dr. Swingle would come in and just make sure we were all right on track. And we didn't have extended medical, so we paid for it out of our own pocket. But the way I looked at it before, Adam was taking hundreds of dollars of medication, and we just replaced it with neurotherapy.
What an incredible story, Arlene. I mean, especially that you can share this with our listeners, and someone out there listening may be helped by this. So I really appreciate your coming back on the show to share this. Now, another question I had was, did you combine the ketogenic diet while he was going through the neurotherapy?
We actually did the neurotherapy right after the ketogenic diet, but it could be done at the same time.
Okay.
Yeah, what we found was with the ketogenic diet, we were talking about he was on a 4-to-1 ratio of fat to carbohydrate and protein. Every time, and the diet worked wonderful while he was on it, but every time we tried to reduce him off the diet, he would seizure. Mm-hmm. So that's when we kicked in the neurotherapy, and it allowed us to completely come off the diet with no seizures. So, even though I kind of say the neurotherapy was for his autism, it was also for his epilepsy.
Wonderful. Well, again, I second Carol's comments, just so grateful that you can come and be here and share this information because I think it's so valuable. A lot of people who are in this type of situation feel like they're by themselves. So it's great.
You know what? And the other thing is that doctors they don't recommend this. So it's almost you have to find it on your own. For a kid with ADD and ADHD, which is so prevalent in our schools today, these kids are put on medication and they're doped down. And this is a treatment. This is not something that will mask the symptoms. It actually gets into the brain, finds out what the problem is, and it fixes it. And these kids are fixed permanently. Once these Hertz levels go back to normal, they never go out of whack again. That's what's cool about this treatment.
Yeah, that's exciting. It's just flat out exciting.
Yeah. And, we've seen the effects now for over 13 years, so nothing has regressed with Adam. Everything he learned, he has maintained and continued to improve.
Fantastic. Now, we talked a little, just briefly mentioned the ketogenic diet, which we talked about a few weeks ago, just a way of working with the epilepsy that Adam has through nutrition. And, this is Bio Girl Health Show. We're always about wellness and what we can all do in our own lives. Carol, I know that you work with nutrition and recommend just a basic multivitamin that people can use to keep themselves healthy, because we all have somewhere that we need to start from.
I do. Doc's Best multivitamin, and I'll explain why. Not only does the potency and purity is above and beyond, but also he has the issue with having lubricants in the process of making the vitamins, because what happens is the vast majority of supplements contain stearate. Manufacturers use those stearates as lubricants, and part of the production process, it actually speeds up the production process. But unfortunately, these additives, magnesium stearate or stearic acid, have a number of effects, and one of them is decreased absorption. So that is one of the main reasons that I really like Dr. Ron's Best Multivitamin.
And so if someone is interested in checking out that product and getting started on a multivitamin regimen, I believe the web address is docsbestmultivitamin.com, and we'll put that in the show notes so that everybody can have access to that. And hopefully we'll put the web addresses that Arlene gave us in the show notes as well. Yeah. So it looks like we are wrapping up as far as our time for today. Carol, as always, just leaning on the edge of my seat, wanting to hear your pearls of wisdom for the day.
My pearl of wisdom today actually comes from the book of Proverbs, and it came to me just through listening what Arlene had to share with us. And it's happy is the man that findeth wisdom, and the man that getteth understanding. For the merchandise of it is better than the merchandise of silver, and the gain thereof of fine gold. I mean, health is so valuable, and so I thought that was very fitting for today.
That's a great way to wind things down. Again, thank you, Arlene Martell, for being with us today, and Carol Newman, thank you as always.
And thank you, Arlene. And you both have a wonderful day.
Will do. And just a reminder that if you enjoy the show, please share us with your friends. You can also access the archives for our previous shows on Spreaker Web Radio, and you can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BioGirlHealth. Thanks, and have a great day.
Carol Newman is a longtime advocate for natural and healthy living, living a life that's close to the land in a small farming community in Richmond, Michigan. Carol is dedicated to helping women realize their full potential. She will help you achieve the best possible health and teach you to embrace your true inner beauty. For more information about how to live a healthier, natural life, visit biogirlhealth.com. That's www.biogirlhealth.com.